What's up, everybody? This is ReviewBox, and today we have a special episode because we have two guests. I am your host, Nick. This is my fellow host,
Jacob.
And these are our guests,
Val
and Mike.
Yep. And today we are going over the movie
Shelby Oaks.
Shelby Oaks. Let's get into it. First of all, for those who don't know, the plot more or less follows this sister who's looking for her other sister who had this YouTube series called Paranormal Paranoids.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like this found footage, kind of like Ghost Adventures.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, you guys ever watch Ghost Adventures?
That's what I thought.
Yeah, so you could tell it's kind of inspired by that. And basically, some of the last footage they have of her, stuff goes wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of how we build into it. I felt like, this is me personally, I felt like that intro was so strong. Like, it got me really invested. I was like, oh, I'm ready to go. Like, let's go. And then it's like, it was like 10, 15 minutes. And then after that, it's like, it does the title card. And then it's the movie. Mm-hmm. And then it's just like, I feel like right when it did that, to me, it felt like the movie lost its footing.
So as soon as the guy blew his brains out, you're like, all right.
It was like, it was like after the title card, it's like, I don't want to say it lost my interest, but I was just kind of like, oh, wait, what? Like, we're not going to do more of that found footage stuff?
So it was like kind of very jarring for you because it did like a genre change. It went from found footage to like straight up movie.
Yeah, it went up. Yeah, it went from like documentary, and we'll get into that too about the documentary.
Yeah.
But it was like a documentary, and then the movie started, and then it was movie, right? Mm-hmm. But then I don't know, it felt like it lost its footing.
there was that one tape that the guy brought to the sister. So that was technically a little bit more of, but yeah, I mean, you're right. And then there was that documentary part that I don't know, I wasn't really feeling it. Like, to me personally, I just feel like if you're really so worried about your sister, like towards the end when she was like, all right, let's make sure we get the shot with my sister. Like, it hasn't even been a day since she had found her sister. I mean, I feel like I'm going way too
you're good,
to the end, but it hadn't even been a day, and she's already like she hasn't even processed, or her sister hasn't even processed anything fully yet.
I remember I leaned over to Nick. I was like, bro, that's so like in bad taste. Like if someone you knew and loved like just came back to you after a terrible situation
you would like
that,
their privacy, or like
the last thing on my mind.
So I think I didn't like. I don't know, left a poor taste in my mouth that I was like, I don't know. I don't like this whole documentary thing, or like the whole, it's being broadcasted to.
How did you feel about when it changed? Like, just like from like where it was kind of that documentary found footage, and then when the title card, then it was like a regular movie.
To me, it felt like it was kind of weird because I've never seen it change like that, but I think I'm on the same page with you guys. I was really kind of like digging it when it was the found footage because I think it really like. Found footage is kind of hard because it's been so done to death, but I feel like when it's that kind of story, that's where it serves it best, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's where because you're almost like going on that journey with them, it's like you're viewing it for yourself, So I feel like when it switched over to like an actual movie, we kind of like lost some of that connection, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then how do you feel, Jacob?
I mean, if you watch the trailer, I don't remember. There wasn't much found footage, right? It was just mostly his like movie. So I guess it didn't really bug me that much. It was a bit jarring, absolutely, but it still kind of kept me engrossed like throughout. It wasn't until like the very end, probably like the last 10, 15 minutes where it really lost me. I was like, damn, like you had a pretty solid movie up to this point in my point of view, but then just the last 15 just kind of killed it for me. I was like, but we'll get into that later. But for me, the found footage, I found that really engrossing, but when it just flipped back to movie, I was still on for the ride.
Yeah. To answer your question, I think the trailer was literally just her opening the door and the guy blows his brains out, and then it cuts to her having the Shelby Oaks thing and putting it in the tape.
But I remember you saw her in the prison too, like.
We did.
Yeah, you did see her in the prison too.
Flashes of that, yeah.
Play the trailer. No, I'm just kidding.
And go.
What was that one part you were telling me about that you just thought was funky?
Where the guy blows his brains out, and then there's blood on the main character. And then like I know that like during that moment you're in shock and you're not thinking of like, oh, let me wipe this blood off, but like later when the cops leave and she's already home indoors on her couch with her husband, she still has, it pans to her and she still has the whole blood smeared in her face. And it's like, I was laughing because like, I would think at least her husband, like, hey, let me get that for you, you know? Like,
no,
but it was just still there, and it's like,
hepatitis
hey.
or some
and
shit.
It must have been hours, you know? It must have been hours
by it came from day to night. So
day to night, and so.
Oh yeah, I need to think about that.
Yeah,
it happened. So like, look, I get it. If you answer the door and you think it's your Uber Eats guy and you're just like, hello, and he just blows his brains out, you're gonna be shocked.
Yeah.
But it's like, the police are gonna come. They're going to investigate it. They're going to do that. Mm-hmm. There's going to be a lot of talking, okay? Like, they're not going to show it in the movie, but there's going to be a lot of that. Yeah. And then, everyone's going to go home. And then you're going to go ahead and sit in your living room and just keep the blood on your face.
Yeah.
And as, like that's a shitty husband. Like, he could just, like, go up to her and be like
not just him, but, like, again, paramedics were probably there, too. Like, no one said, like,
nobody cleaned her up, yeah. I mean, like, this guy's fucking brains on your face, bro.
Bad hygiene. We should probably clean you up. Like, so, like,
as she's talking, some brain just comes into her. Like, she just falls into her mouth.
Yeah, so what I had for breakfast
was a little bit of brain.
Some guy's brains.
Like
she just, like, spits
a little
that
gamey,
out.
Yeah.
Oh, my
bit of a small brain in there.
But yeah, and then rolling into it, then it kind of becomes, in my opinion, this like, I'm going to find my sister. Like, she's still out there. Because for those who don't know, the paranormal group, 3 out of 4 of them were found dead. Yeah. The tape that was left by the guy who killed himself is evidence that he basically kidnapped her. Yeah. Because it was him, right?
Mm-hmm. He was a convict.
Yeah, so the guy who found them. Okay, so let me give a little more context. They went to Shelby Oaks, which is an abandoned town. They went to the abandoned prison. After the abandoned prison, they went to this abandoned cabin or something, or was it their Airbnb?
I think it was an Airbnb because it didn't really look so abandoned.
Yeah. Okay, they went to their own Airbnb, and then in the found footage, it shows that someone knocks on the door. Her name's Riley, right?
Yeah, that's
okay. Yeah, so like Riley opens the door and then like walks in, and then the man comes up and grabs her.
Yeah,
and that's the footage. That's the same man who blows his brains out. So it's like, bam, they already solved it.
And they show 2 POVs. They show the one where she's recording and she's shaken up, and and so it's her POV, and then it's the man's POV. Like, he's also recording, I guess, because they had 2 cameras. Yeah. So they only found one camera, and he kept the other one.
Why?
And he was the one that was.
Why he did that though, I have no idea.
I don't know.
So now to get a little more context to it, because for this to make sense, is that when Riley was a little girl, she would get night terrors, and she would used to see somebody at her window.
In a 2-story house, so like she was on the top.
Floor.
So who?
The entity.
Yeah. She was saying that there was a man standing outside a window, but it's impossible because it's a second floor. Yeah.
But like every time you would see it, it would like.
Oh man.
It would always crack like the glass.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh, that too. That was the thing too. Like every time she would see this entity, like the glass would crack. So did her sister. Like her sister, when she played the tape that was found from the guy or the one that he delivered to her, when the footage stops, you can see the reflection of the entity.
Yeah, that's
like
the biggest scare I probably had. That was
there were honestly the whole theater was like, whoa.
It was a what the fuck moment.
Yeah, it
because
definitely.
We're so invested into the found footage that once the screen goes black, we see the Wolfman.
And she's just like slowly turning over. He did look like Danny Darko. Like, he looked like that bunny guy.
I don't know. It looked like a big old furry. No, I'm just kidding. It did look like a wolf man,
like an alien,
like a wolf demon.
Yeah,
but I guess it did have demon dogs in it. Hellhounds.
Yeah, there's a lot of hellhounds.
Haley's
good dog.
But yeah, so when she sees that entity, like it also cracks. Like the window starts to crack again. So with each time they see this man or entity in the window, it cracks just a little bit more. Yeah. And I guess that plays a role at the end, which is just.
And the movie loses me because it's like Riley sees this entity as a child, and then it disappears for the time being, and then it comes back, and I get that it explains why it went missing because the guy got locked up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it stops when she's 13.
Yeah,
like when
but what was so confusing is that like. it, in my opinion, or I don't know if maybe I'm wrong, like it never tells you why the fuck it picked them, right?
Yeah.
Like why did it pick this? Well, technically the sister. Spoiler alert. But why did it pick the sister, like Riley at first? Like it never explained it. So like she was haunted as a little kid, and then 13 to 18 wasn't haunted, and then 18 she started getting haunted again, and especially as she was doing her paranormal adventures or whatever. So it's kind of like, I don't know, it was weird. It would have been more creepy if the guy was just like a stalker. Like I feel like that would have been a lot more creepy, but obviously I don't know how they would play into it being supernatural. But I don't know. What'd you guys think of that? Like, did it lose you? Did you like it?
At first I thought it was a stalker, like, because I was like, because then he was locked up, and for that time being, she wasn't getting nightmares, or she wasn't seeing the man there. But what was the guy's name again? It started with an M. Miles
Warren, I think, or something.
Miles
like
Warren.
Miles Warren.
Well, that's another thing too. I don't know if really what this means, but I do remember that whenever I guess these kids would play in the woods, and her and her sister would play in the woods, and it's Riley and Mia or Maya.
Mia.
Yeah, Mia, and their moms had them write in their initials on the trees to find their way back home. So I think, I don't know, that has to do with why Miles was, maybe he like misunderstood. How do I say? Like he took that M, like the R and the M, and was like, "Oh, that's me and me and Riley."
Yeah.
I don't know, but
I didn't even think about that.
But they didn't. Again, that was not explained. Like they left that a little too ambiguous.
Yeah,
like,
it was.
It was too open-ended.
Because I think like maybe I guess you could say that's the horror of it. Like it was just picked at random. But again, that's like nothing your brain can connect to. Like it's just too. Just too open-ended.
So then basically what happens to Riley is that we discover as an audience that she was captured and held captive for 12 years with this old lady who's
that's the mom.
The mom,
the guy's mom,
Oh,
man,
the
mom of the guy.
Her name was like Olga, something like that.
I think
old lady.
Nora.
No,
Old lady,
Evil
old creepy
lady.
fucking
Old
lady
bitch.
with moldy walls in her.
So then
crackers.
And then
Cracker
Miles
lady.
is her son.
Yeah, Miles is her son.
Because I think it's very implied that she was also a wife of this like incubus thing, and then that's the son they had, Miles, and then he was possessed by the incubus.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, like, is that how they passed it on, or is that how it started?
Well, that's
because they didn't really explain that either. Like
they did,
because they clearly showed that she was like working for the entity and like doing all his bidding.
She said
and
like
projecting
she was blessed like me or something like
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
Like, so like implying.
I do think that the mom was the one who was behind all of that, and the Miles guy actually had no, like he wasn't the one that actually was behind all of it. Just because when she opens the door, the sister, and he said she finally let me go.
Yeah, he was
like, so I'm thinking.
Won't let me go. Okay, never mind.
I heard him say like she finally let me go.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm like thinking, okay, that's the mom then. Like fast forward when we actually see the mom, like it was like the mom, I guess, was like here, like I don't know what.
You finally have free will.
Yeah.
For me, so when that happened, I thought it was gonna be like lead to like a plot twist later on in the movie that Riley is like evil now, I guess.
Yeah.
And then she finally let me go, and it's gonna
maybe because finally let her go because let the guy go because she had no use for him anymore because Riley had the baby.
Oh,
yeah,
like
absolutely.
So I think that's what the mom was using.
The evil devil baby.
The evil devil baby. Yeah.
Yeah. So also for context, as she was captured, I'm pretty sure the old evil mom lady had her old evil son. Have a kid with Riley.
Have a kid.
I didn't like that.
Not have a forcefully have a kid.
Yeah, there is multiple, like, it showed that.
Multiple.
Go ahead.
No. Yeah, no. Like I was gonna expand on that, like going what you were saying last night about in the photos, like that she kept on killing the babies, and that's why in all the photos there were like that blood on.
That's what I think. Like there was for more context, there was a book that the sister found, Mia found, and
scrapbook.
The scrapbook, and she was going through all the photos, and then there was her sister Riley, and then the man, and every other photo, like she was wearing this white gown, and she had like it looked like she was pregnant, but then she was like the next photo she was bleeding, and the guy Miles looked angry, like upset, and I think it could have been a miscarriage, but I do think that Riley was just killing this baby over and over again because she just didn't want to have this baby. And maybe she knew it was going to be an evil baby because at the end, I remember when she was Mia was trying to get her out, she went back, and I think to kill the baby.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
she was objective about it. So like
that was her first goal.
Save her sister, and then you have this like weird seance ritual thing with the baby, and then the sister goes to rush it, and like, and this is where the movie throws me into a loop because this is a weird thing. The movie on Google says it's an hour and 42 minutes. So I was expecting a lot more. I kind of wanted like, I wanted more of when Riley gets home.
Yeah, I did too, for sure.
And the creepy
it wasn't even 24 hours. Yeah. It wasn't even a day.
So it felt like, I was like, oh, okay, cool. Because at that point, we would have assumed that there was 30 minutes left of the movie, but the movie was only like an hour 15.
Yeah, I was ready for her to talk and say.
Riley finally comes home after 12 years. And the funniest part was the documentary.
Yeah, that's why I swear to God, like, they're wrapping up the filming, like, oh, I'm so happy to have her back. And I turn to you, I'm like, what kind of sister in her right mind would, after her little sister was raped and like forced to have who knows how many demon children, like, oh yeah, let's finish the documentary, like, you know, it'll be perfectly
She was captive for 12 years.
12 years, yeah.
So just like rape for 12 years. Yeah. I'm just like, bro, I'm like,
priorities, you know.
You're like the worst fucking sister in the world for doing that.
Yeah, and she's like, yeah, we finally finished the documentary.
That's exactly what she said.
And it was kind of like, that was so out of character for her.
Oh, for sure.
Because like in the beginning, she was so like, I'm going to find my sister. I love my sister.
That's all that matters.
And then she's like, I got my sister back. So like, I'm going to get that bag real quick.
Yeah.
No, she's good now. And we kept the baby here.
Which is crazy. Like, I mean, me personally, if I rescued my sister and like she's fucking traumatized from this experience, and I saw the book and, you know, all the like the backstory, like just a glimpse of what she's gone through, I would have been like, man, fuck this baby. Like, especially because of the fact that like when they go upstairs to the mom and, you know, the evil grandma, the lady, she literally has the entity behind her and she's literally like cutting her wrist and feeding that to the baby or, you know, the blood to the baby. So I'm like, this baby's evil. Like, this baby got some demon in him.
But also, like, I had to, like, question, like, who's taking these fucking pictures? Who took the time to make that scrapbook?
Yeah. Who's scrapbooking out here?
I was just like, what?
What were you going to say?
Miles' side hobby.
Yeah. That's what he wanted. This is his dream.
Not even that, but they also remember they made it a point to have a scene where the sister goes down and she even asks the documentary, like, hey, are you finished? Like, have you made that cut yet? You know? Like, to even drive home more that she's concerned about the documentary.
Yeah.
Fucking editors.
Right.
Evil editors. Those dang editors, man. It always comes down to them.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's like she comes home after 12 years, first night, gets an interview with the documentary. She's like, she's good now. And like, she's just like,
I'm like, this is not good.
Yeah,
the sister has not said one word.
She ain't fucking talking, bro.
Like, the sister can't even throw like a thumbs up.
No.
Like, they put it this way. She's been captive for 12 years. They bring her home. They don't even give her chapstick before interviewing her.
Dude.
Yeah.
Those lips were chapped.
Those lips
were
dirty, bad.
I was going to say that. I'm like, why does she still look like they haven't bathed her or anything? I'm like, dude, you ever fucking shower or something,
just
bro?
At least scrubber an extra 15 minutes of just like maybe her sister cleaning her. Maybe she's like doesn't want to be touched or something like that.
Yeah. Really, it could really dive into that, and it would have been a lot more like, oh damn.
Would have made it even more tragic at the end because I have a big rant about that ending, but we'll get to that.
I just think this family just does not give a fuck because the husband didn't even fucking clean the blood off. Like they seem to not care about their.
They're there you go. They're an unsanitary family.
Unsanitary family.
But like
that's the biggest problem.
They're like, but like it's hinted in the beginning, they're strained marriage. Like,
yeah,
like they don't.
He didn't give a fuck anyway. Yeah, he was like.
They hinted in the
doesn't mean they get to be stinky.
Well, that's true.
That's true.
My favorite part was when they're in the hospital, and like the guy reaches over to hold her hand and is like, "I believed you this whole time." I know you were saying that. You were saying that. Like I heard you whisper, saying, "Yeah, I believed in you the whole time." Because context, the husband walks out on.
Where the fuck was his husband in the end too?
I know.
He's full of shit.
Oh, he doesn't walk out, but he just
straight
pretty much
up
is saying like.
You remember he
I'm
told her
watch the Dodger game.
No way.
Watch him lose.
But in that scene, he was like, I think you need to grab some help. Bye.
Yeah, he said.
And then,
he said you need
I believe
help.
you the whole time. Fuck out of here.
Well, he didn't say that. I just heard Nick say
but I mean, yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
So the ending scene, to set up the ending, is Riley's in the room again. The sister's talking to her documentary team that she loves so much. She got her footage, finished documentary, blah, 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 blah. Riley wakes up. Riley is going to kill the baby via pillow. Sister comes in, stops it, And then like Riley says something, and then basically flies out the window.
She says, "I love you, Mia." Like,
okay.
Because Mia said you're not a killer. Like my sister's not a murderer, and she was just like, we have to kill this thing.
Yeah, and she's like, "I love you, Mia," and then they're gonna like, they start wrestling, and then Riley gets flung out the window and gets mauled to death. Like,
but she
threw her. Just walk out, bro.
But she threw her out the window, right?
You don't have to push that. No, you can still walk out that way. Yeah. Everyone say bye, intern.
Bye, intern. We
didn't
have questions. We didn't have questions for
who's. Sorry about that, guys.
No,
go on.
Oh,
who's talking last?
I think he was.
Yeah.
So
how she falls out the window.
And then gets mauled to death, like with these 3 hellhounds.
How does she fall again?
Okay.
She just gets
flung out, like she falls out the window.
No, like they were like wrestling in her.
They were wrestling him for the pillow.
They just flung out. Like,
give us a demonstration on the actual.
I was like, is she fucking push her or what? Damn.
All right, let's all fly out. 1, 2, 3.
Whoa! Yeah. For real, like she's like wrestling with her sister, and then
for the
she
pillow.
falls out, and then the fucking hellhounds.
Mind you, it's the window that's been cracking all these years. So like that's the emphasis on the. Either way, she would have fallen. Evil window. Honestly, she would have still fallen out that window given the like
any
amount.
Kind of force.
Yeah, any kind of force. Like she's gonna fall out and that's just gonna break.
I guess that was the hint. I guess.
But it's
foreshadowing.
I don't know. I just think the whole cracking wasn't necessary.
Yeah.
Like it would have broken
like,
regardless.
Yeah, like a human body flying out the window is gonna break it. But it was the craziest part because it's like movie time. It's like, excuse me, saves the sister, comes back. Sister goes crazy. Sister tries to kill baby. Literally flies out the window, and then she's like, Riley, oh my god. And then it's kind of funny because then a pack of dogs
just fucking a mauler.
A pack of demon dogs show up and freaking just eat her alive. And she's like, oh my god. The entire time, husband is nowhere to be found.
Yeah, he's just fucking gone.
I noticed that. I was
that
like,
is actually true.
And
he's
then
gone.
He's like just slowly pulling up, and he just like puts her hand on her shoulder, and then that, and then they have like a dialogue. Like she has one last dialogue at the end, like a ADR or something. She's like, I think the entity, like what did she say? Like she's like, I think the entity wanted something else.
The thing is that night I saw something too, and it looked like the entity really saw what it was really after.
Yeah,
or something like that. Something like as the entity saw what it really wanted that night, and it was her.
But it's like,
even taking the credit there too. She's like, she's like, it's all about me.
Oh God, she's a bad.
But like, who is she talking to? Like, when she was like, she's talking to us,
the audience.
But it's like, is it a documentary still? Clearly she's possessed. I guess she's.
I think she becomes possessed because her eyes glare. I think that happens when her mom puts her hand, because her mom has like a little shrine of everyone, like the sister, the other sister, the husband. For some reason, there's a photo. Maybe just because he's just in the photo. And
old lady.
It's just all those pictures of the sisters, and then she puts her hand.
It's like
her bloody hand.
She like passed it on, yeah.
Yeah, I think she passed it on because she puts her bloody hand on the older sister. So I think that's the moment where, and she even looks at her dying. Like she's looking at her while she's hovered over Riley's body.
So I guess she's gonna become like that old lady now. She's gonna be the next progenitor or whatever.
Yeah,
maybe she needs to live in that moldy house.
The entity wins, I guess. But it's like I wasn't expecting a happy ending. It's a horror movie, but at the same time, I wasn't expecting that huge downer to happen that fast. Like just like what? Like again, it's not explained why Riley. Like why did she it wanted me after all? Like, but what makes you so special though? I don't understand. Like at least Riley. Like her little sister had more more of a connection to the paranormal, so that
with the dreams and
that at least makes more sense. But why you then? Why does it want you?
Yeah.
So that one just threw me for a loop, and that's when it really that last 15 minutes is where it really lost me.
The last 15 minutes only. I'm just kidding.
I guess I'm the only one that was kind of engrossed throughout this whole movie.
I was into it, but then I started to kind of.
You can see the cracks.
Crack it up.
Questionable writing choices too. Like some of the dialogue is kind of weird, but for the most part, it kind of had me at least interested. And then come that last 15, it was just like, what the fuck happened?
I think also it was a little too easy to get Riley.
Find her?
Me personally,
Well, I guess you could pin that to I guess the entity made it easy to find Riley because it wanted me all along. Okay. But it's again, why?
But it still took 12 years.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, okay, not that easy, but I'm saying once she realized, it's down here, the lady literally took her down there. The grandma lady. I'm not gonna lie, I really liked the movie. I know we were talking about how it was found footage and stuff, but movie wise, I did like the like the feeling of being in that house, that nasty moldy house.
Yeah,
that's
just fucking gross.
It's so gross.
scary.
And the lady, and she's offering crackers, and the table just looks all. It just reminds me of whose grandma is this?
Norman Bates' mom, maybe?
Whose homie is
No,
nasty?
fucking the Chainsaw Massacre guy. His fucking grandma.
You mean grandpa?
Grandpa.
Grandpa?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like someone's house that
It's
just
grandpa.
very.
You're talking to the biggest Texas Chainsaw Massacre
Someone
nerds
didn't
ever.
watch our episode.
Oh my God.
So we're gonna take a quick pause. You're gonna watch the Texas Chainsaw Massacre
The whole
episode on
movie.
ReviewBox. No, not even the movie,
Oh.
just our review, and we talk
Okay.
about grandpa.
Yeah, it was a good review, by the way. Watch it, please.
But it made you feel like that.
Yeah, and like I did like this. Like I'm not gonna lie, like I was actually a little bit on edge during that scene, like with just being, even when they were outside her house, like when she comes out and you can't even see her face. Like the lighting is just mainly on Mia. You can see Mia because of course all the lights are on and it's just on her. But Mia even turns off her flashlight because she's like, oh, I don't want to be rude, I'm putting my flashlight on this lady. So she turns it off, and all you see is this lady and not like just her hair and not really her face. So I think I really like that part because I mean that was scary to me because I'm like, I don't really know who this lady is, and she's in the middle of nowhere, and like
the use of light and shadow in this movie is very, very good. Like
I like that.
Like,
Yeah,
for a lot of horror movies, less is more. Like the entity being shrouded in shadows for the most part. That's when it was most scary for me. And the old lady, like,
well, the other scene with the old lady was when Mia was like, I don't know where she was facing. As they were talking about, you know, why don't you have a kid, or you know, so and so, and the lady was on this chair behind her, and it just pans, it just pans, and like she's pretty much behind Mia, and I would not have my back towards that lady because it was so fucking scary. Yeah, and like she was in the background and she was kind of blurred, like it was mainly like it was focused on Mia, so she was just in the background. I just didn't like that. Like it just, I mean, I did like that, but I also just. You know, I would not have my back towards that lady.
Yeah, it was creepy. She was like, "Would you want one?" I was like, "Oh, I'm like, oh God, we're going down this route."
Yeah,
now.
you're evil.
Yeah, you're evil, lady. No, but I did like that. I did also like the scene with the, you know, going downstairs or not knowing what's upstairs too. Oh, yeah. Going downstairs, it gave me the vibes, that other movie vibe. Barbarian vibes.
Oh, yeah, the incest barbarian.
But I just also, everyone laughed in the movie theater when. The lady went downstairs and then Mia's still upstairs and she looks down and she's just there. She's just standing there. She was just standing there.
I know it's for the horror movie, but like,
fuck,
and then she did like twice.
Yeah, and then like the last I looked, and I was like the entity was like
fucking buff ass fool too. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Oh my God. To go around the table, what was everybody's like favorite part? Like, what was your favorite part, Mike? You're like, I hated it.
I fucking hate it. No, probably like the beginning in the found footage part, like the part where like it's really like focused on her and her camera, and then like we just hear all the hellhounds outside. That was fucking crazy. And then how it kind of like builds up, and I think that's why like I wanted it to be more of that and more of that supernatural like
that's some
like hidden like hidden like, and then I felt like when it went to the movie, and then it was still paranormal with the entity, but I felt like the explanation was still a little too much. But that was like everything up until then was fucking great. So but specifically that scene. Yeah.
Jacob?
I would have said that one too. If not that one, I would go the prison, when she's kind of like searching through the prison.
Oh yeah.
And then like again, like she's like, I guess that's like her first meeting with the entity face to face. And I guess there's also another hint. Like we were kind of confused in the beginning, like when the hellhound is like trying to rush her, and the entity grabs it. It makes more sense, I guess. Like it wants her, like it doesn't want her to get killed right there. But again, I wish we could have had more, like explanation why. But if not, the found footage scene, that was probably my favorite too. That would be my second favorite, the prison scene.
Nice. I would also go, I think, the beginning, because it makes it just feel like it's like a documentary / found footage, which made it really interesting to me. And then when it reveals that it's because she's making the documentary, I'm like, okay, I get it. Because for a second I was like, where are we going to be in like the perspective wise? You know what I mean? Is it going to be like traditional movie, or are we going like found footage style? So when it did change, I was kind of like, whatever. But that beginning part I felt was such a solid setup. There you go. The setup was so good. During the execution was like, okay. And then like towards the end and the wrap up, that's just where it lost its
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, what's your favorite part?
I agree with the beginning with the hounds. That was really scary because like you're alone. I mean, she ended up like before we didn't even know how she ended up alone. We just see this part where she's just filming. She doesn't even know what to say. She's just like. She's speechless. She's shocked, and she's just like, "Where are my friends?"
I feel like,
you can just feel the terror like that she's going through, and like all that, and like you just hear the hounds. So of course, it's fucking scary. But yeah, definitely the beginning was really good. I mean, once I realized like, oh, this is gonna be like found footage, like, because I love found footage. Yeah, you know, totally. It's like, and that part with the wolves, that part ended up coming up again. Before she falls out the window, you can hear the howling, which is about which I feel like they were trying to give it that same vibe, but
it didn't work. The same as the found footage.
Yeah. So I do think that like
too quick. That's why they would have kind of drawn that out. Like they're kind of, I don't know.
Yeah. Another thing that I also liked is that they didn't really show what was on the other side. Like when she opens the door, she's in that room and then she opens the door and it just kind of cuts dark, and you're wondering like what's on the other side. What's over there? Like what does she see before her last moments, you know? But like the first or the found footage that everyone's seen, like you know.
Okay, well that's what I guess you could say it makes it scarier though.
Yeah,
you don't know.
The unknown, and I do like it that the anchor, like one of the anchors was saying, or I think it was a policeman actually. They were saying that the more they saw the footage, they didn't realize that something like there was a glimpse of something in the window.
Seeing stuff.
Yeah, that they the more they watched it, the more they started actually noticing something, and now they can't unsee it, and now it's embedded in their mind. So that was pretty cool because we didn't see that in the first part of the movie. We didn't even notice that there was something outside, or I for sure didn't notice anything was outside. I just want to know what was on the other side of the door.
Yeah.
So when we saw something on the window, I was like, "Holy shit!" Like I missed that.
Yeah.
You know, maybe they played it and they didn't really show. You know, I mean, it was really hard to catch though.
They did that. Oh, my bad. Go on.
No, I was gonna say what I was confused about was why was she like so hesitant to tell the police? Like after she looked at the evidence, showed her husband, why is she still hiding it?
Well, she explained it to her husband that like
I don't want Riley to get dragged through the mud. But
that if no, her whole thing was that it was that too. But her whole thing was like, oh well, if I show this footage to the cops, it's gonna close the case.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because the guy's dead. It shows that he took her. Like she believes that they're no longer gonna use resources to try to help find the body.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I kind of got that.
Like that's because that's what she was telling the husband, and that's why she kept withholding it.
But there was but there was at least one police officer that was like still seemingly invested, so she at least showed it with him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like
it is what it is.
Yeah.
We'll start with you. What do you rate it?
6.5.
I'm gonna probably give it I'll give it a 6.7.
Oh.
Yeah.
A 6.7.
Okay, we can do points.
I did it again. I'm sorry.
Like,
we can do points. We do points.
I'm just. I don't believe in 0.5s or 0.7s.
Oh, yeah. Get this
solid.
guy
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Like, I mean, for me, it's like I guess like I would go 6.5 then. 6.5 out of 10 because.
Hey, that's a 6.5. That's copying me.
Yeah, well, like if we're gonna do it.
6.5. Sorry.
Yeah.
But
dude, you can do whatever you want, dude.
I mean,
and don't judge anyone else's fucking answer.
Yeah.
Hey, calm down. Okay. But no, I would give it a 6 out of 10 because it's a strong first outing for Chris Stuckman. Like this is like really.
Yeah, I mean,
really,
I applaud him for that. Yeah.
We haven't really like talked about him to be honest.
Yeah.
Like he wrote and directed this movie. Like for a first going, this is pretty impressive.
Pretty solid, yeah.
Pretty solid, impressive, and
I feel like it misses some steps, but it's still good overall.
yeah, like questionable dialogue, questionable writing choices, but for a first outing, if you can just like take the constructive criticism from critics and stuff,
and
you
improve.
can make a solid second movie.
Yeah.
So.
I'll give it a C-. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'll still
Passing
give
grade.
C-. I'll give it a 6.5 as well.
Okay.
It's just kind of the things like how I go into movies. I always sometimes I'll sit there in my head and I'll be like, all right, every movie starts with 5 stars. And like when stuff gets stupid, I take a half star or a star and I'll go like that or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's also another thing I go by. It's like it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And the finish was what kind of threw me in a little. Kind of lost me.
It was a super strong opening, and then it just kind of.
Yeah. But before we go, what's everybody's found footage favorite movie?
Blair Witch Project. Just because there was no scripts, you just go in and then just I really like that. That was very. I mean, that was good. That was very original. So I really like that. I don't want to just throw that out there though.
No,
I mean,
cool.
I know that's a lot of favorites. I mean, VHS is pretty good too. Like
Yeah,
all the,
that
they're coming out with a new movie, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
New VHS.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
We should have got on that, Mike.
Yeah.
Fucked up.
Womp womp. But
Yours?
I have a couple. I mean, obviously, Blair Witch is another top one of mine. There's another one that came out about 5 years ago. It was called The Phoenix Forgotten, and it was basically like a play on the Phoenix Lights, and I thought that was really really well done.
Yeah, I've never heard of that one.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
And then what about you, Jacob?
Cloverfield.
Oh, Cloverfield. That's a good one
That
too.
one.
Fuck yeah.
That is a good one.
That one's definitely my.
Have you seen the South Park parody of it?
I have not.
They do it, but it's like instead of the monsters, they're gerbils.
Yes, actually, yeah, that's one of the older
I'm so
episodes.
frightened right now. I'm so startled.
Giant fucking
Yeah.
gerbils. Yeah.
My favorite found footage film is Paranormal Activity 3.
okay.
That's a good one.
okay.
Yeah.
Because that one follows the main characters from 1 and 2, but when they're little girls.
Yeah.
And I feel like that one was the craziest.
Yeah.
I remember watching it as a little kid, and that shit always made me feel like, oof. I had to download it on PS3.
Yeah.
But yeah, any final thoughts before we wrap it up? I'm gonna give that. That's a new one. Final thoughts for the movie. Go watch it.
You guys go first.
If you like horror movies, go watch it. It's still worth watching.
Oh, for sure. I think it is worth watching. Like, with any review that like I watch or stuff, I'm like, I mean, unless there's spoilers, and I'm like, ah.
Yeah,
But
well, if you got this far, the movie's spoiled, but still go watch it.
still go watch it. See it for yourself. Have
Yeah.
your own opinions.
Yep.
That's what I always
Thoughts?
go with.
Same. I think it's a great, like Jacob said, it's a great first outing. Go and support the movie theater. Go and experience. Go and support content creators, filmmakers. You know, like
The YouTube era.
yeah. I commend Chris again for going out there and just trying to like raise money and raising other money and making a fucking movie. That's pretty fucking great.
I
So.
thought you were gonna say raise awareness too.
Yeah,
I think
raise
this-
awareness against hell dogs.
Hellhounds.
Hellhounds,
But I
sorry.
think this is like pretty inspiring, not just for any content creator, like you guys, both of you, you know,
Yeah.
you're both aspiring.
You over there.
We got a new
Paid
intern.
Anyone
We had 2 interns in this episode.
That's
That's
the first ever.
crazy.
One of them quit on us though. But it's like anyone with aspirations about being a writer, director, anything in any genre, this is a pretty inspirational film that you should see. You should support. You know, small creators like this. You know, hopefully he gets a second movie and a third and more, and hopefully we can see a movie from you two.
Ooh.
One day.
Or you get a bunch of porn. But anyways, my final thoughts is, just go watch it, have a good time, bring some friends. Don't go to Chili's after.
Yeah.
Not before
Specifically
closing.
right
15 minutes
before they
closing.
close.
Yeah,
I'm just
right
kidding.
before they
Oh,
close.
they had an
but
hour.
that's a story for another time. Thank you guys. This has been ReviewBox. Have a good one.